All right, so now the Blaze, an independent media company, an alternative media company run by Glenn Beck, has had to do or didn't have to, but they did an investigation using gate analysis to find the pipe bomber from January 6th, something that everybody has been wondering how it's possible that the feds found every single person that was even thinking about going to January 6th, right? They got to people that weren't even there. You know what I'm saying? They just knew they wanted to go or shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got arrested. Everybody got fucking maliciously prosecuted. It was turned into this big fucking insurrection hoax. We find out about all the FBI agents, the 270 FBI agents that were running around the crowd, probably instigating a bunch of shit. And there's all kinds of questions about January 6th. And the way that it was investigated and handled by the Democrat administration. But the most weirdest thing is the pipe bombing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you see video of the pipe bombing person using the phone, so they know the phone was there. They use geolocation tracking, geofencing to find pretty much everybody else. And yet the pipe bomber, geez, guys, big fucking mystery, man. I mean, we're the FBI, but it's goddamn. And it got so bad that the FBI even went out and said, hey, we're putting out a $500,000 reward for anybody that has information leading up to the arrest of the pipe bomber from January 6th. Please, public, help us out. So now the Blaze, probably not for the money, but probably for answers, they used something called gait analysis. So how they look on cameras to compare the way a person walks and moves and shit with, samples that are in the same area. And there they kind of put it's complicated, right? I don't understand it completely, which is why I don't completely trust it. You know what I mean? I think shit like that is kind of it's kind of like the facial recognition. They can't even get facial recognition completely right, yet. And yet they want everybody to believe that, well, this gait analysis, that's pretty fucking good science there. And it might be. I'm not a fucking scientist. I don't know. It just sounds like, okay, but that doesn't seem, that's not a smoking gun, right? But the Blaze did this gait analysis and found somebody that apparently worked for the Capitol Police when they placed the pipe bomb, allegedly, and then after January 6th went to the CIA. Now she got a promotion, Shoshana or Siobhan, I don't know what her name is. Doesn't matter because that's not the point. The point is, why does Blaze TV have to use a tool that is also clearly available to the FBI to investigate a case that the FBI probably should have solved long ago, especially considering the fact that they found every other person with the idea of January 6th in their head at the time, and charged them all and blah, blah, and they just couldn't find the pipe bomber person. I mean, it's fucking amazing. Look, and everybody goes, well, it's just incompetence, like with Donald Trump's, assassination attempt in Butler. Well, I thought that too in the beginning, but I'm changing my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's not incompetence. It is incompetence. It's willful incompetence, right? It's a way for these organizations, these institutions to say, well, we don't really want to get to the bottom of this, although we have all the tools available to no one else on the planet in order to get to the bottom of it. But we don't want to get to the bottom of it, so we're just going to pretend like we're fucking stupid. Like we're the Keystone Cops, right? So Blaze puts this out. It's all over the fucking place. All the podcasters are talking about it. I'm talking about it now, but for a different reason. See, this kind of shit, right? Because the fact is, this has been out now for days, maybe a week or so already. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly how long, days at least, right? And no one from the FBI has made any statements about it. As far as I know, this woman that worked for the Capitol Police and allegedly planted the pipe bomb, according to the Blaze, because of the gait analysis results, right? Which, might be pretty accurate. But even if they're not, the FBI should be going, oh, hey, shit, we should have thought of that or whatever. Hey, we got to investigate this. So they should be putting out some sort of statement saying, hey, we're going to look into this. We're going to talk to this person. They haven't talked to the person. They haven't talked to the woman, as far as I know, right? They're pretending like the whole shit isn't happening. Kash Patel's out there talking about fentanyl and shit and how great the FBI is and how amazing they are and the Pam Bondi and we are working togetherness. It's all this blah, 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 blah. So here's where I'm going with this. The whole shit is going nowhere, right? I love Trump. I wish, like I said, I say it every time, he's the best president I've ever seen in my lifetime. But the fact is, the bar is not very high on this, right? The whole system of the American government and probably every other so-called democracy all over the world, including here in Europe, they're all fucked up. The whole system is fucked up. It's seeded by corruption. There's people so entrenched in the system that are working their damnedest to make sure the status quo continues. And I think that's also wearing off on Trump. I think Trump is like removing himself more and more from the base and from the people and is, basically surrounded all day, every day by these fucking swamp monsters. And he's starting to buy into their BS because as far as accountability is going, as far as, prices coming down and all of the shit, you know what I'm saying? None of that shit is happening, right? Yes, indictments, blah, blah, blah. There's still nobody in handcuffs. Okay, sorry. You know what I mean? The Republicans and the Trump administration are playing with kid gloves on all of these people. So Comey gets the kid glove treatment where he can kind of like turn himself in instead of like Roger Stone or what's his name? I don't forgot, but Roger Stone gets his door fucking knocked on at 5 a.m. or whatever. He has to come out in his fucking bathrobe and shit. They raided Trump's house. They arrested Trump's lawyers. You know what I'm saying? So our side, like the Trump side and the Republican side, is not going nearly hard enough. They declare Antifa a terrorist organization, and then they allow Antifa to fucking raid TP USA and fucking storm around in fucking dinosaur costumes and shit, and peg people and punch people and hit people and cause all kind of hectic. Nothing's really being done about that. You know what I'm saying? The sanctuary cities are still basically sanctuary cities. They're basically going, fuck you. We're just going to do our own thing and fuck you. And the Trump administration going, well, what can you do? They just don't have the stones to do what is going to be necessary to rectify this complete clusterfuck of a system. You know what I mean? Capitalism isn't working anymore. The education system isn't working anymore. Prices are not going down in America. I'm sorry. Whatever Trump says, it's BS. He's out there going, oh, actually, prices are down. Whoa, so you're telling me that the people that live in America are just retarded. They don't recognize when the prices are going down, right? They don't recognize extra money in their pocket and shit. They're too stupid for that. They got to get their cues from Donald Trump, who's going to go up there and go, yeah, no, this is the best economy ever. It's the best ever. It's tremendous. No, sorry, people. All of it's going nowhere. Okay? It's blackpilling me to no end. I'm sorry, right? Just like with this pipe bomber shit. This woman should have already been hauled into fucking FBI headquarters and fucking talked to. Point fucking blank. But nope. They're just like, oh, fentanyl and the FBI is so great. So what I think Kash Patel, too, great disappointment. A complete disappointment. I was all on Kash Patel's side when he wasn't the FBI director. Now that he's in there, it looks like his main priority is protecting the FBI. Protecting the way the FBI looks to the people. Because he knows that the trust in government, trust in these organizations, trust in the CIA, trust in the FBI, trust in the White House, trust in the media is at an all-time low all around the world. And apparently he thinks that, well, if their Epstein file's still not out, they're hiding the ball on so many things. Still don't know shit about Butler, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anything about anything. The Ryan Routh guy fucking represents himself in court. You know what I'm saying? The whole shit is crazy. Right? Charlie Kirk's death. They're trying to fucking lie about shit about that. I don't know what they're exactly lying about. I think Candace Owens might be going off the deep end with it. Not sure, though. I'm not really looking into it, but I assume they're probably lying because they've lied about every fucking other thing ever. I don't know of any time they've actually told the truth, unless Kash is out there talking about how great he is because they caught more fentanyl and they're going to save so many lives. Hey, that's great, but that's actually their job to begin with. So we don't need an update on shit that's their job to begin with. What we need an update on is, what are they going to do to fix the system and get out the bad apples? What are they going to start firing a bunch of people? As far as I know, there's still people that were involved in Russiagate working at the FBI right now. That's amazing to me. That's amazing, right? So it looks like to me the Republicans and the Trump administration, whether Trump is part of that or not, and maybe Trump does want to go whole hog. Maybe if Trump was king, we would start seeing accountability and there would be heads rolling and things would be happening and prices may come down, but he's not. So I don't know how far Trump has been swampified, if you want to say. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But they're certainly working on him and it looks like it's starting to work. So I don't know how much he's been swampified, but as far as the rest of the Trump administration and the fucking Congress and the Republicans and shit, they are not willing to do what is gonna be necessary, right? They're just not willing to do it. They're willing to put on a show, they're willing to talk big talk, but they're not willing to actually do the thing. You know what I'm saying? The thing meaning, what I mean is, for example, when a sanctuary city is going directly against federal law regarding this immigration thing, I think that Trump should send in the National Guard and the military in order to make sure they cannot be a sanctuary city. Right? Shit like that. But it would be politically so blah. And the Democrats are going to get power one day and then they're going to do all this stuff to us too. And it's me. That all the excuses that I hear from all the people that could be, what is the reason? Why are they doing this? Why are they not? Yes, they're transparent, but only about the things they want you to know. So it's pretend transparency, right? It's like, look, guys, we're going to tell you shit that no other government's ever told you, but we're still not going to tell you the important shit, right? The good thing about the Trump administration is that they have proven that we're all not crazy, because they have proven by letting out all this other information that all of the conspiracy theories, Russiagate, blah, 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 all of those things that we thought were true are true, right? So we're not nuts. Thank you, Trump administration. Now, please do something to rectify that shit so that shit never happens again. But that's where it ends. They put out the information. They say, look, Obama's a fucking treason. We have proof coming from the highest place in government. Tulsi Gabbard comes out and says, we have proof that Obama committed treason. Is Obama arrested? Nope. Is he going to be arrested? Nope. Is he going to be indicted? Probably not. Is anything going to happen to Obama? No. So we're going to sit there and go, oh, well, a president that committed treason, we're just not going to do anything about that. We're going to have to go, guys, we can't go that far. We can't really go that far. So that's it. They're going to lose. And if they lose the midterms, that pretty much puts anything they had planned to get done dead in its tracks. Trump will be a lame duck. The rest of the presidency will be fucking useless, right? And the Democrats are just going to block everything. The whole system is fucked. And the Trump administration and the people in Congress and Senate are doing everything they fucking can to make sure it stays fucked. Because apparently that benefits all them. Right? And what we want is a functioning, realistic, actual justice-serving government, right? That treats everybody with the same fucking, the same laws, the same punishments for everybody. You know what I mean? The same laws, same punishment, same rules for everybody, and making sure that nobody actually is above the law. Now, they're not doing any of that because that's just not politically expedient. They're just not going to do it, right? And so you're going to see with the pipe bomber shit, whether it's this woman from the Capitol Police or not, nothing is going to fucking happen. Because it's going to be like, well, but then, but it was, she was told to do it by her bosses. You know what I mean? It was ours, like Robert Gouveia said, part of a training exercise. Oh, it's part of a training exercise. Well, then they knew already if it was part of a training exercise. Then they knew already. Then they're not looking for the pipe bomber. If it's part of a training exercise, they would have known already 5 fucking years ago who planted the pipe bomb for what reason and that it was part of a training exercise, and there's nothing to worry about. No, that's not the answer, right? So they're just not going to get the things done. Prices are still up. The tariffs don't seem to be doing anything. As a matter of fact, it looks like the Supreme Court is going to fucking roll back some of this tariff shit because of the way Trump apparently used it. I don't know. There are no real impeachments of the judges that are continuously blocking everything. Antifa still running rampant. They all of the investigations and the indictments that they're putting out there and saying, look, we're doing this and we're doing this, have gone nowhere thus far. I don't know. I think Comey's going to get off. I haven't seen Brennan be charged yet. I haven't seen Obama been charged yet. You know what I'm saying? Letitia James clearly committed mortgage fraud, yet it's such a long and tedious investigation. And, blah, blah, blah. You fuck off with it. Look. The only thing I can say is it's only been a year. And if they can make it to if they can do something between now and the midterms to kind of start turning the ship around in their favor, this may all be, if I have any ounce of hope left and I'm not completely black-pilled, I'm going to say, look, maybe my last hope here is that this is all a big political strategy, right? To get close enough to the midterms and then give the people what they fucking want all at once on all fronts, like accountability, people in jail, stop the Ukraine shit, stop giving Israel money. You know what I mean? The prices are actually going down, et cetera, so that between then and the midterms, no matter what happens, they're going to win. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're like, no, well, right now it's too soon still. There could be a major fuck up or some sort of, October surprise before the midterms that we won't be able to get over. But if we push all the accountability and all the actual reform and all the actual change that's going to benefit actual American people's lives up until right before the midterms, so that we get it all done and we show them, hey, look, we did it. Then we win the midterms and we continue. And then we really pull out the steamroller. That would be a great political strategy. And maybe that's what they're doing. Let's hope so, because that's basically my last hope, right? Because it just looks like whether Trump is like getting swampified or he just doesn't have the ability to actually drain the swamp. The swamp right now is not getting drained. Everything is still running full steam ahead. Even though there have been they just haven't followed through. There's been good things, but the Republicans and Trump's administration and the White House and shit, the DOJ, they're not following through. It's all kids' gloves. They're all like, okay, well, we'll pretend like we're going to do it so that they shut up and don't complain. And same with the Epstein shit. Congress is going to pretend to like fucking we're going to get it out, but then it's going to go to the Senate. It's not going to get out anyway. And they're kind of like dragging it out and dragging it on so that people are still on the fence. Like, oh, are they actually? No, the Epstein shit's not going to really come out unless it's leaked or whistleblowed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But the administration doesn't want it out. So maybe they're holding on to everything, the real, actual change, MAGA agenda, the real reforms, the shit that Steve Bannon's out there talking about. Maybe that shit's coming right before midterms. Let's fucking hope so. Because, oh my God, if the Democrats get power again, which I almost can't imagine, no matter how bad the Republicans fuck it up, they are still the lesser of two evils, and that's what you've got with this system. That's what you got with this system. Right, is basically lesser of two evils. That's what you got. And so if you guys that live in America want a different system, right, then you're going to have to make that happen, because this shit is just not working. It's not working. And right now, all you've got are the Republicans, because the Democrats will fuck the whole country up even more than it already is. And I think we all know that. You're all going to be living under the trans boot. You know what I'm saying? Fucking censorship, transness, wokeness everywhere. It's going to be socialism everywhere, like in New York. It's going to be crazy. So you can't really elect Democrats. But I know how it's going to go. People are going to be pissed. People are not going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats are going to skew things. The media is going to lie for them. And they're going to convince you a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers that watch mainstream media still today. The boomers are still alive. They're going to vote for Democrats again because they're going to go, look, well, Trump didn't do it. So maybe the Democrats will. What else are you going to do? No matter what, still elect Republicans. You know what I'm saying? J.D. Vance might be more gung-ho than Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? He might actually want to go for it. I don't know. Right now, it looks to me like everybody in the Republican side under the Trump administration are all neutered pussies that don't want to go to the fucking mat. They want to go right to the edge of the mat, and they want to pretend like they're going to fight, but they're not going to fight. Right? They're not going to go. So that's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. And things like this pipe bomber shit make that even more clear, that we are not going to see any real fucking reforms, any real changes that benefit America. It's basically going to be status quo, keep it going with some minor tweaks here and there that really isn't going to affect anybody's lives in a positive way. And there's going to be no accountability for all these fucking corrupt motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Not for the Epstein rapists, not for anybody, not for the Russiagate people, not for the fucking, January 6th fuck ups, not for the Twitter files, not for fucking COVID, none of that shit. None of it. Auto pen, none of it. None of it. That's what it looks like to me. That's where we're going. And if that's the case, well, then basically, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like even Trump can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Then you live under a fucking fake democracy run by intelligence agencies and woke bureaucrats. That's who runs the show then. If they can't do the changes, then that's what you're left with. So maybe I should change the name of the show to Black Pilled instead of the Insanity Report, because that's where we're headed. That's where I'm headed.